Alright, what's going on, guys? So, remember a few days ago I posted where I couldn't be able to post until this week here because I was feeling sick. And if you guys can hear my voice a bit funny, it's because I'm still, recovering. But, anyways, I can still manage to post a video, so let's get right into this. If you guys remember on my last video, I posted the part 3 series of this show. I'm not gonna even try to name it properly because I know I can't pronounce it. Apparently, they released part 4 as I was looking at the catalog, and I was like, damn, these guys aren't sticking. But anyways, I'll post that probably this weekend or next week. But anyways, the name of the show that we're gonna talk about is Fella Pure. Now, I'm not gonna lie. If anyone who's a pro at giving the BJs is this girl, not gonna lie. Fella Pure is about this. Let's just say I don't know who's the older one in this one. Actually, I lied. I believe the older one is the guy, and her name is Nimitarai Keiko. Keiko is the vice, not won't say the vice president. She's like the club president of the high school she's attending, and all the girls are admiring her. They look up to her, but they don't know her true nature, as you guys can see here. It all starts out an innocent day during the train ride, and she's like literally deep in thought, and she's like thinking about ways and like I'm not gonna lie, she's crazy as hell, and she's like very much deep in thought. She's like in her own little world where these two girls are idolizing her. They looking at her the same way they would look at God if he ever makes an appearance, and she's like they're asking her, hey, what kind of food do you like? And she's thinking about this thoroughly. And she's like, I like a big hot sausage. And she was like, the two girls was taken aback and confused by this because they was like, oh, okay, I guess that's good food. Yeah, but they didn't catch the drift. That's what makes this show so hilarious. And I've actually watched this a few times. Even during the pandemic, I was watching this when I was bored and shit. Because I wanted to know what was like the lore or the story behind this and how did it all even start. So the girls are all still asking her questions. Now we have the narration going on with the guy that's talking about her true nature behind the closed doors. And what makes it even funnier is that the oldest, and I believe she's the older one in this case, and then we got the guy here talking about her in all kinds of ways and how freaked out how her nature is, and it's truly terrifying. Nothing scares me more than a perverted female. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's a turn on, but damn, some of them can take it really too far. Even too far from my liking. And the thing is, she's actually experimenting ways on how to, how to provide oral pleasure. Now, she's so deep in thoughts, like some kind of philosopher. And she's like, and all of these girls are surrounding her, talking about, oh my goodness, that's Keiko. She's such a good girl. She wouldn't harm a fly. Well, oh, poor naive girls. These girls don't have any idea how freaked out this girl is. While she's looking so pensive and so thoughtful, she's thinking of ways on how to literally lick, suck, however you want to call it. She's just thinking of different ways, like some sort of experiment. And she uses her brother. That's the craziest part of it all. Now, don't get me wrong. Shout out to Pink Pineapple for the animation. This animation is one of the cleanest animations I've ever seen. Now, this is where these two started walking around talking about, oh, one of the parents are coming over. And while they're talking, the brother seems to be a bit disappointed that the mom is coming back for whatever she forgotten. And she's like, oh, sounds like someone's disappointed. And he's like trying to deny it, but then at the same time couldn't. And she's like, okay, listen, I got a plan. I'm gonna concoct something, and don't worry, I'm gonna come up with something. And he's like, okay, well, what do you have in mind? And she's like, shh, it's a secret, so don't worry about it. So anytime she comes home, we all know what to do. So, anyways, she's just like all like now again, she doesn't look like the type of girl to be, that's freaked out. So when he pokes through the wall, it looks like she created a hole where, let's just call it the fun hole, where anything can happen. Hey, this girl is such a freaked out. That's crazy. And Keiko is explaining to him, listen, this is a hole that I've seen it on the corn before, and they use it like to a way to you can use your mouth, you can use it however. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he was like very much arguing with her at this point. And at this point, the mom comes home. When she says, "Hi, I'm home," no one is there, and the room is pretty dark. So she comes up the stairs to check on them, and the room again is pretty dark in there. And the two of them, when they heard the mom come into the daughter's room, and she's like, "Wait, what are you doing, all rolled up, looking like that?" And she's literally in all fours, and she's trying to play around like she's like rolling around in her bed. She's looking like a whole ass turtle, and she's like, "Why is your face all red? You look like you gotten the fever or some shit." And she's like, "No, I'm just, trying to recover," in the blanket. And the brother is listening, eavesdropping, and he sees the pool poking out through the hole. And the brother is like, "Oh hell, now I'm gonna take this opportunity." And while the mom is literally idolizing the hell out of her husband, talking about some hero shit he did, he was beating up some guys when they were in Paris. Well, when they are in Paris right now. And she was talking about the scene where he was fighting three guys at the same time and he beat them all up. And she was like idolizing this man. And mind you, while she was talking all that good stuff, the Keiko was literally getting dug out. And afterwards, well, things got bad from there. And they was like, okay, this hole is completely dangerous and we will never use it again. But then after the whole scenario took place, the mom finally left the next day, which apparently when she came home it was nighttime, and in Paris I believe it was in the daytime when she left. And of course, when she left, they were a bit like shook by the whole situation, because after that adrenaline wears off, it's like your body allows you to completely collapse and really think about what happened there and reflect. And she was like, "Would you like to use it one more time though?" And he was like, "Yeah." Because they were really contemplating about sealing back the hole after drilling it and literally drawing a hole on it. That's the craziest part to me. And she, like I said, she's a whole freak out, bruh. Nah, not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. She's just wild for that. But anyways, that is it for the video. I will do part 4 very soon. Look out for that. For my last video, that is. I will, because they released it, I believe it was like a week ago or so. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to hit that notification bell and let me know what you guys think about this episode. Now, this episode literally lasted almost 30 minutes, and also it is censored, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm not sure why they would censor everything else besides the butthole. I never understood that concept. Now, I understand that, yeah, they're trying to do it for the plot. I mean, yeah, I'm all for the plot, don't get me wrong. But I just never understood that concept. But anyways, who am I to question it? I just never understood it. But anyways, yes, I'm coming up with, I've seen some new series come out. So after I complete the entire list of one of my subs that gave me like an entire list, I was like, what the hell you be watching, my guy? Anyway, shout out to you, my guy, for the recommendations and the list. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Oh, I have one more update on the situation. I was working on some things here. Apparently, the manga, this episode never made a part 2, unfortunately. I'm not sure why. I believe there should have been a part 2, because I wanted to see what if they ever used it again, or they never used it, or if we see the parents visiting, both of them, not just the mom, or we can at least see the dad visiting, visiting the son. But that would be a lot more awkward, because and I forgot to mention this one minor detail. Now, the mom visit was no unexpected surprise. She actually got a phone call. The mom actually called Keiko to let her know that she was coming back to visit because she forgot a phone charger. Yes, you know how ridiculous that sounds? Imagine you're in Paris and you'll be like, "Oh shoot, I forgot my phone charger." and then you gotta go all the way back. But knowing the parents, they got much, they gotta have that money, because for you to forget something and then casually just come back home and then go back, yeah, you gotta be playing with some kind of good money. I'm not even just talking inheritance. I'm talking about like legit hard work, because the two parents are away working on a business. I'm not sure if it's a business trip, but it sounds like a full-time job in Paris. And the brother and sister remain home. Now, there was like no confirmation, but the way it looks like they're more like blood related rather than just step siblings. That's what it looked like to me. But they don't look nowhere near alike. That's the weirdest part. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day and peace out. Oh, and also enjoy the rest of the gameplay. Oh, one last thing, if you guys are curious about this game, the name of the game is Farlight 84. No, I'm not promoting it because I'm getting paid for it. I just like the game, and not gonna like this. When I first played this game, I thought I was playing Call of Duty with Pokemon. Basically, Pokemon with guns. That's what it is. And the animation did give me like a Valorant vibes when I first played. They didn't give me like the Apex. It did give me the Apex concept, but it is more of a Pokemons with guns. And yeah, but anyways, thank you all so much. Have a good one again and peace out.